Here are some common mistakes to avoid for preventing hair loss. 1. Using hot water to wash your hair. Hot water does a number of things to your hair, none of them good things. To start off with, heat dries things out and hot water dries out the scalp. A dry scalp causes itchiness and dandruff, both things you want to avoid. Another effect that hot water has on your hair is that it removes all the natural oils. I know no one wants oily hair, and the purpose of washing hair is to remove the unwanted oil. However, some of the essential oils need to stay in your hair. Without them, hair turns brittle and dry, causing the hairs to crack and develop split ends. Another good habit when showering is to rinse off with cold water. I know in the cold weather that doesn't sound tempting, but trust me, doing so will have more effect than half of your hair treatments. Cold hair seals the cuticles, locking the moisture in the hair. 2. Washing your hair too often. Washing your hair too often has similar effects to washing it with hot water. It will strip your hair of its essential oils, and believe it or not, it doesn't make your hair cleaner. The only thing it does to your skin is cause it to dry out and become brittle. Do you and your hair favor, and don't wash it until it feels sturdy. 3. Conditioning from your roots. This is one of the more common mistakes, especially for those with hair that tends to be on the drier side. A common mistake is to think that using a conditioner at the roots of your head is likely to give you softer hair all over. Well, technically it might, but conditioners are designed for the tips of the hair, not the roots. Aside from that, a conditioning may help your roots feel softer, but your scalp may feel itchy, so better be safe and keep the conditioner for the tips solely. 4. Using a heat tool without a heat protection product. This is a really simple one to understand. Heat burns. Without using a heat protection product before you use your straightener or blow dryer, over time you will burn your hair. This not only causes split ends and breakages, but it will also cause your hair to change color over time and become ashy and dull. Invest in a simple heat protection spray and you will save your hair. 5. Using a small tooth comb to detangle hair. This is especially true for those with curly thick hair that tends to become more tangled. Using a small tooth comb will break the hair and pull it out. 6. Towel drying your hair. Towel drying your hair essentially means you're rubbing your hair. Rubbing is never good for your skin or hair. It causes breakages and dryness. However, that being said, there is a correct way to towel dry your hair. Gently squeeze the water out with a towel, making sure not to twist. 7. Ignoring dandruff. Many people know that ignoring dandruff isn't advisable, but most think it's for aesthetic reasons and so that your scalp isn't itchy. Well, those aren't wrong, but more importantly, ignoring dandruff is a major cause of hair loss. There are 2 ways for dandruff to cause hair loss. The first way is that when dandruff is really bad, it can be really itchy, and scratching your hair a lot will cause hair to fall out. The second way dandruff can affect hair growth is when dandruff causes a thick layer of dead skin to sit on your scalp, disturbing the hair from growing. 8. Sleeping with wet or damp hair. Going to sleep with wet hair can be bad for your hair because when hair is wet, it is fragile. This means it is more prone to breakages if not handled with care. Most people toss and turn a bit in their sleep, and some people do a lot. The more friction you create, the more damage you're likely to do to your hair. Also, detangling your hair in the morning will be a bigger task. I recommend investing in a hair dryer so you don't need to sleep with wet hair. I have super thick hair and it takes me roughly 5 minutes to dry my hair. It's worth it, and sleeping with dry hair is a lot more comfortable. 9. Not using a hair mask. Everyone should use a hair mask. This is contrary to popular belief that it's only beneficial for those with dry hair. A hair mask soothes an oily scalp, gives it much needed hydration, and removes product buildup which can contribute to oily hair. Make sure you only use a hair mask on clean hair, it won't do much if your hair is dirty. I recommend using a hair mask once a week, but obviously, everyone's hair is different and it can vary from person to person. 10. Not giving your hair time to breathe. Did you know that hair needs breathing space? Wearing your hair in a tight pony for a prolonged period of time can cause tension in your hair, which in turn